My name is Natalie Pickett, and I'm the founder of Live Simply. Simply is an acronym spelled S-E-M-P-L-Y, which stands for spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically loving you. I want to help you to do all those things, right? As you live this life. And here on the vlog, we talk about things faith related, growth related, personal, professional growth related, as well as just how to live life fully when life be lifing. So speaking of life be lifing, I know that I mentioned to you the last time we were together that my middle son, Reese, was a senior because he's graduated since he graduated high school. But he graduated actually a week ago today. Had my mom in town all last week. So got a bit off schedule because we was celebrating and, just living life because that's what we do. But I am back. Today happens to be Tuesday. I know the vlog was supposed to be out like Thursday, Friday, but we're here. We're still committed. We're just late, but we're committed. Right. So that blog that normally comes out this time of the week will probably come out either later this week or I just may wait. Not sure what I'm going to do there. Anyway, let's talk about what we're talking about today. First of all, I just mentioned, yes, Reese graduated from high school. A lot of fun celebration things have been going on with him. Today, my oldest son, Reggie, just got an internship opportunity that it's totally aligned with what he wants to do. So I'm excited for him. Yeah. Nico and Nas are still Nico and Nasing it. Nas, the barky, barky, barky. Matter of fact, they just went for a walk. So when they come in, he may bark. Who knows? We'll see. Anywho, let's get on to this topic. So the past couple of weeks, we have been discussing being defeated, but not done. Now, I've written 2 blogs on it. We've done 2 vlogs. This is our 3rd blog. No, I've written 3 blog posts. And then this is our 3rd vlog following up on the last blog where we talked about we're covering showing up when we don't see results. And so that's what so now we're going to look at things as it relates to that. We are shifting a bit because the first vlog was about what it means to just be standing-ish, not perfect, not strong. We don't even be wanting to stand, but we have to stand anyway. So we talked about that. And today we're shifting it a bit because we are looking at the blog that I wrote called Stand Taller, Don't Shrink Back Now. Stand taller, don't shrink back now. And it's all about what happens when growth does happen. Because yes, there comes a time where you're standing, but you don't feel like you're standing-ish. You don't know how things are going to turn out. You ain't even feel like doing nothing, right? We all have those moments where we feel defeated in what we're trying to do. But then there comes a time that, we do get a bit more strength and energy back. And we're like, okay, got my second win. I can do this. I can do this. And so we may be showing up, but we may not be seeing the results. But then there does come a time when you will begin to see results. You will begin to feel a bit successful. And when that happens, you have to learn not to shrink back, right? So, you've made it through the hardest part. Things are now shifting, but instead of celebrating or stepping up, sometimes we start to step or pull back. We start to downplay the process. I don't know if any of this sounds familiar. It may, but we're going to talk about it and how we can respond differently. So let's look at this as called, just this portion of it called the shrink back reflex. So when progress, just going to expand a bit, when progress finally shows up, it should feel like a celebration. We should be excited. We should be happy. We're like, yes, finally, finally I got some sales on a product, or people are requesting my services. Finally, I wrote this chapter of the book, or the book has been published and I have a whole box of books in my living room, right, that I purchased. And these are all signs of growth. But for many of us, well, it should feel like a celebration. Growth actually triggers fear. We're like, hold up, I done got this whole book here. There's a whole box of like 100. And oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And why do we feel this fear? Because now there's visibility. There could be visibility now. There are expectations now. You just may feel the pressure behind all of it. And actually, many people feel the fear, they fear success actually doing well and being very successful, because although that's a great thing, it does change a lot of things personally and with those that you're connected to. So what do? We shrink, we downplay, like I said earlier, we retreat to old mindsets like, oh, well, I know I have, people purchase this product, or I know people are requesting these services that I have. But yeah, maybe I'm not ready. But yeah, no, that's that mindset talking, that negative mindset we don't want to have, right? And here's the thing, when growth shows up, it is confirmation that you actually have been doing something, you've been faithful in doing it. So don't let the blessing scare you, let it elevate you. So I did share some strategies on the blog of things that you can start. And now we have some new ones, some strategies to help you stand even taller and not shrink back. Now let me count. Let me look at my notes and see. I think I have about 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 7. I made 7. Yes, 7 different strategies. So yes, these are strategies to help you stand taller. We're going to get practical. You've seen a little growth, maybe personally, spiritually, even in your purpose, professionally, and now it's time to stand taller. So let's look at 7 strategies to help you do just that. Number 1, say thank you and step forward. I don't know why the song Thank You Next, it doesn't really go with it, but it just popped in my head. But anyway, say thank you and then step forward. So when something good happens, don't just question or try to explain it away. Just thank you. And then after we show our gratitude, and we're thankful, then we ask God, okay, this has happened. Now what do we do next? Because when we're thankful, that gratitude helps us to stay humble. But the action behind it, when you ask what to do next, that keeps you moving. So this week, you're more than likely going to get a compliment on something, get a congrats, good job, girl, man, you did that. You're going to get something. And when someone affirms your growth or success, just say thank you. Like, thank you. I've been working hard. But after you appreciate what they've said, appreciate it, you want to do the next thing. So don't just like sit and marinate in that thank you for too long, because there's still work for you to do. So that's what my challenge for you to do this week. And like I said, always ask God, okay, this has happened. I'm so thankful. I'm grateful. But what do I do next? Because he will give you the next step. Number 2, replace I'm not ready with I'm being stretched. Feeling overwhelmed doesn't mean you're not equipped. Overwhelmed does not equal not equipped. It just means that God is growing you. So stop letting your feelings be the final word. Remember, you cannot do stuff based on your feelings. Like, feelings be so lying, right? But I mean, and you will have certain feelings, but you can't let them necessarily dictate what you do. You cannot. So you can feel uncertain and still move with intention. Like, you'd be like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of nervous. I'm scared about it, but I'm still going to move because I've asked God what's next. He done told me, so I got to do it. Right. So instead of saying I'm not ready, I want you to say this is stretching me, and it's a sign I'm growing. Matter of fact, I need to be saying that to myself right now. This is stretching me, and that's a sign that I am growing. You want to grow, like, you want to do better. You want to be better. You want to have new opportunities. You can't stay in the same place, being comfortable. You don't grow like that. So yeah, you're stretching, and it's a sign that you're growing. Number three, protect what's blooming, because something is growing. So don't let distractions pull you off your path. Just because you're starting to gain momentum, you see some success, some growth, some purchases, some requests, some emails, phone calls, text messages, asking, for your help or for your insight, for whatever it may be. Treat your growth like a garden, because you're still you're still growing. You've planted that seed. You're seeing a little bit of leaves. If that root is still forming though, and so you want to make sure that you guard it, that you water it, and you give it light, right? So for some of you, it may be that you continue to do your research on whatever that thing may be. If you're writing a new book, you may have to do research on it. Continue to keep those blog posts coming. You've gotten like 12 comments on the last blog post, and I'm like, oh, I can give it a week off. No, don't do it. Podcast, same thing. Like if you have a podcast and maybe you've gotten several followings, and so now your followers, maybe you're now like, oh, well, let me take a break. Now you should have time to rest, but not just because, you've been doing this for 3 weeks and now you want to take a break. No, don't do it. So making sure that you are watering it, you're guarding it. Be careful who you let in as it relates to what's growing in your life, and give it light. Smile on it. Be excited. Be grateful. Pray on it. That's putting light on it, because God is light, and we are also to be the light of the world. But that's another whole session. But yes, make sure that you're doing that. Number 4 is practice bold body language every morning, which every morning. So start your day with at least 2 minutes of powerful, even your posture, like, sitting up tall, standing up tall, so shoulders back, feet grounded, head up high, because this will signal and actually speak to your brain really about how to rise with confidence. So, and you can also, as you're standing tall, shoulders back, head up, say things like, I'm taking up space on purpose because I'm here to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Number 5, I think Nico and Nas were coming in. Number 5, start saying yes to opportunities that scare you a little. Preaching to myself, right? Start saying yes to opportunities that scare you a little. So don't wait for the perfect moment, because there will never be a perfect moment. Equinox, it'll never be original. It'll never be a perfect moment, but commit to one action this week that feels bold. Sign up for the class, sign up for the conference, speak up for what you want, speak up for yourself, show up somewhere where you're like, oh, I'm really nervous about showing up here. Show up anyway, even if you have, no one there. Show up. Discomfort is a sign that you're expanding, not failing. I quote this a lot. This is from an old workout DVD from Jillian Michaels. Remember her Biggest Loser fitness expert? She always says, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Boom. That's the only way you're going to grow. All right, number 6, this is a fun one. Create a stand tall playlist. So build a playlist that makes you feel fearless and capable. So like when you're getting ready, maybe showering or getting ready, when you're driving to a specific destination, maybe you're going into a tough meeting, or maybe you're preparing for an interview. Maybe self-doubt is just creeping in. Have that playlist ready, so you can let the music shift your energy. And I might add, you want to put some worship music in there too, right? Because we always want to give God glory and get our mind and our spirits in the right place before we do anything. And lastly, number 7, I want you to practice courageous communication. Choose one conversation this week where you'll speak with clarity instead of playing small. Whether it's setting a boundary, asking for help, sharing your idea, bold words shape brave living. Going back to doing things scared. You may be scared to speak up. You may be scared to share your idea. Sometimes we share our idea and people act like they didn't even hear it. And then somebody else say, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Speak up and say it. That's the only way you're going to get comfortable and become comfortable being more bold, and doing things with confidence and purpose. All right. So remembering, I'm trying to think, do I want to do my product review first or no? Yeah, we'll do this first. Yeah. So just remember, this is not the final position. So being clear that standing taller doesn't mean standing still. This isn't the end. This is not the end. It's elevation. It's the next level in what you're supposed to be doing. There will come a moment when standing turns into walking, and walking turns into running, and running yourself right into your purpose. So, but for now, this is a season of posture and alignment and choosing not to shrink, because something new is growing. So yes, celebrate your growth, but commit to it as well. And committing to growth goes back to being consistent, not slacking, not taking weeks off because you saw a little bit of, movement or momentum. No, keep going. Now, doing a product shout out today. I haven't done a product shout out in a couple of vlogs, but yeah, I want to do one today. Yes, the bag is open. Don't judge me. Yes, this is called Lesser Evil popcorn. And it's one of my go-to snacks when I'm working or creating, or I just want a snack. It is. But yeah, it's first of all, the name, because we can have, look, we don't want evil. So the less of it, the less we can have, the better. Let me stop. But yeah, it has since making better choices, like my protein breakfast. I'm actually doing shakes though, lately for breakfast. But the popcorn is made clean ingredients, organic oil, and it's non-GMO, so gluten-free, and it has that it's a very light, crunchy vibe, but it's all that without the junk. And I really like this flavor. This is the Himalayan Gold, and it's a butter flavor. It's good. I ain't gonna lie. I tried the cheese one, did not like it, but this butter one, if you like butter popcorn, but like not too much of the butter flavor, just the right amount, this is it. Lesser Evil popcorn. So make sure that when you go into your stores that you look for it and you pick it up and get your munch on. Get your munch on. So before we leave out of here, I hope this message spoke to you. Share with someone who needs the reminder that you don't have to play small. As you stand taller, you do not want to shrink back because you've come too far. You've just come too far. So drop a message in the comments and let me know, what is your way of choosing to stand taller on this week? Out of those 7 strategies, which ones are you going to incorporate? Because there's a lot, right? So you have options. Don't think that you have to incorporate all 7 at once. That can be overwhelming as well, right? But choose ones that really stick out to you and try to incorporate those. And as you move on, you can incorporate even more. So also, don't forget to catch up on the blog. If you haven't read this blog yet, you can go back. It's there. You can read that. And then, of course, listen to this again, read back, just get all the information that you can. I just love to share information, tips, strategies to help you to live your life simply. All right, everyone. Well, till next time, hang tight. There will be a new blog coming out. But until next time, I'll see you later.